So the first piece that I've chosen, I went back to my earliest memories of music and why I was inspired by music. And Benjamin Britten wrote a piece of music called Noye's Fludde. It's kind of an Old English pronunciation of the Noah's Ark story. And it's a wonderful piece of music. It's got a sense where it has ritual, it has hundreds of singers, it has handbell ringers, it has people playing little tuned glasses filled with water. And it's an absolutely magical piece for a 10-year-old to take part in. And from my little village school, we would get on the bus with my favourite teacher and we would go and we would rehearse for this performance. And we rehearsed for like what seemed like weeks, months. Perhaps it wasn't that long, but in my mind, I was growing up through this and I was experiencing something absolutely fantastic. It's an hour-long piece and it draws on the kind of religious impulses of the English mystery plays, but it updates them and it puts them in a more kind of secular sense, and it has wit and style. And all the kids wore masks. And I was Mr. Ape, and I had Mrs. Ape, who's now become a professional violinist, by my side, and we would promenade through this giant concert hall. And it gave me several things, I think, that have stayed with me until now. One of them is, I have a theory that you only get really interested in music if you participate in it. I don't think it's just about passive listening and experiencing music. It's what all good bands do. I think they make their fans participate. Their fans feel that there's something more than this. But for me, I think that sense of being immersed in music and contributing towards it and performing was such a crucial part of what went on. And also, it's given me a sense of almost an evangelical sense of wanting to bring young people to music. So for example, within Sirius, although we produce big festivals and concerts, we also do a lot of work which has that label of education or learning, and it's very much about workshops. It's not about just doing concerts in schools, it's about bringing people into big concert halls and making them feel like they own the joint, like this is something that they're part of, and that they themselves have skills and that they can find ways to express work, to create music, to do things like that. One of my favourite projects within Sirius was a series of things we did where we encouraged children in primary schools to perform. Because when I was doing this Noye's Fludde thing, there were teachers who just would hammer away at the piano and you would sing songs, English folk songs, songs from other parts of the world. It became your repertoire, it became what you did as a class together. And that kind of died out for my children. And so I'm really glad this has become like a national movement now in England, and people are going back to singing together and creating music and responding. And people always talk about, you know, how things like X Factor are, they take away, you know, they turn people into passive consumers. I'm not sure they do. I think people feel they have a place, they have a choice, they have a way to respond. I think it's part of the changing dynamic of what music means in the 21st century. I've held that sense of theatre and music ever since I took part in Noye's Fludde. An hour of ritual performance with wit and humour and style, a great piece of music.